Hey, peace family, class is in session. And in today's class, we're going to be talking about 3 guaranteed ways to not ever lose money on a real estate contract. All right, so you know when you are looking to acquire real estate, you usually do it through an actual contract, a purchase agreement. And usually in that purchase agreement, the seller is demanding of you as a borrower or buyer that you leave some kind of deposit to show that you're serious, right? It's called the earnest money deposit. That earnest money deposit then goes into escrow, right? That third party account that makes sure it holds the money until the transaction actually goes through. Well, you could lose that escrow payment if you don't follow these 3 tips I'm about to give you right now. So here's how you guarantee you never lose your deposit, never lose your escrow payment, and don't lose any money on a real estate contract. They are called contingencies, right? A contingency is a provision for a future act that may or may not happen, right? So a contingency clause in your contracts will keep you from losing money. One contingency clause is your inspection clause. As you are going to look at purchasing a property, a multifamily, single family, condo, townhouse, even land, right? Commercial real estate, it's all the same. You will give yourself during your due diligence period, right? That's the period you have to be able to inspect the property. You will have an inspection clause. That clause will say, hey, I don't know what I'm looking at, and I don't know all the ins and outs of this building or this asset, but if I don't like what I see during my inspection period, I'm out and I get 100% of my money back from escrow, right? So you gotta have a contingency clause which will allow you to always back out of a contract, and that's during your inspection period. But maybe you like the inspection and it comes out good, so you move forward in a deal. But maybe later on in the deal, you have issue with financing in the deal. You can have a financing contingency clause, right? That's our second contingency clause. It says, hey, if I can't get financing, if I can't secure a loan or a mortgage for this property, guess what? I'm out. And I want all my money back and my full deposit. So if I can't get adequate financing, that's a contingency, because in the future, I don't know if financing will change, loan guidelines will change, or my money gets different. I still can leave this transaction in whole by having a contingency clause for financing, right? And then third you can have in your transaction is an appraisal contingency, which basically says, hey, if this property does not appraise for the value that I anticipated or that I hoped for or that you marketed or that we agreed to, I can back out if this property does not appraise for the amount that I want to appraise for. So those are 3 simple contingencies, and you even can interweave other contingencies as long as the seller agrees to them that allow you to be able to refund your full escrow, your full deposit, and back out of transaction completely or renegotiate the transaction if something that you didn't think was going to happen or didn't know about happens. It all happens through a contingency and contingency clause, and you are able to not lose any money on your deposits in your real estate contracts. So, class is out of session. We gave you some quick game. Make sure you comment if you enjoyed this video, got any value out of it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, share. And I'll see you on our next lesson. Stay tuned.